Hello, my friend. If you want to study in Portugal in 2026, you need to start doing your document legalization right now. Well, let me show you what document legalization looks like. This is my bachelor's degree and this is my transcript. Now, talking about legalization, if you turn to the back of this page, you will see a stamp here. Let me bring it close. All right, that's Portuguese. This symbol here shows that my document has been legalized. And the reason you want to legalize your document is this. It's very difficult, almost impossible for you to secure admission in Portugal without having your document fully legalized at the Portuguese embassy in your country. From my own experience, I applied for admission in 2024 in Portugal. They gave me the admission and then excluded my name. When I reached out to the school asking why they excluded my name from the admission list, they responded with this image you can see on the screen. As you can see. So with that image, they told me through the email that they excluded my name, or in other words, they denied me admission because the documents I submitted were not legalized. Okay, so on average, it takes about 6 months to get your document fully legalized, especially if you are doing it from Nigeria like myself. But then there was a system that I discovered that enabled me to legalize my document, as you can see, within 36 days. So traditionally, we all have heard about how to do Portuguese legalization, right? Whereby you take your documents to the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs, and then the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs would take your document to your school for verification. Afterwards, your school send it back to them that, okay, yes, they have verified the document. Then from there, you take your document to the Portuguese embassy. The embassy will take the document to NUC. NUC will take the document back to your school. Your school will do another level of verification and then send the document back again to NUC, and then NUC, from NUC down to Portuguese embassy, right? These are the information we have out there on the internet. But what they do not tell you is that this is the same process that requires at least 6 months to be completed. Okay. So from my own personal experience, you don't have to go through this long route. You don't have to go through this long route. Believe me, if you go through this long route and allow the system to process your documents, you will spend more than 6 months or still on legalization. Okay. So if you desire to start or to apply for admission in February, okay, which is the first cycle in Portuguese educational system, you don't have to follow this traditional route. There is a system that has worked for me, which I'll be showing you in this video. The first thing you need to do is, of course, to obtain your bachelor's degree and your transcripts, because these are the two necessary documents you'll be legalizing at the Portuguese embassy in the first place, right? So once you have your documents ready, if you are not living in Abuja, there is no problem. You can always get an agent, okay, that will handle the processes for you. Now, take the document to the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs. You are expected to submit the document to them, and then they are expected to send the document back to your university for verification. Okay, but you don't have to do this, because doing this will take at least 2 weeks, between 2 to 3 weeks of your time. Okay, when you get to the embassy, to the Ministry of Education, all right, plead with any official you see there, because that was what I did. Plead with him that you are running out of time and you need to get the approval. Okay, if you have to appreciate the person, just appreciate the person. Tell him that you are really running out of time, that you cannot afford to go back to your school, because truth is, the document will still be sent back to your school when you take it to the embassy, Portuguese embassy, right? So there is no point wasting your time at the level of the Ministry of Education in your country. Okay, plead with them, appreciate the administrator, so that they will boycott that process of sending your documents to your home university first. Okay, once this is done, You make the necessary payment. I think it's not up to 100,000 naira if you are watching from Nigeria. Make the necessary payment and then appreciate the administrator so you don't have to go through that long route. Okay, by appreciation, I don't mean you should bribe anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I say appreciate the person any way you can appreciate the person. It could be in terms of thank you, it could be in any form that you want to. This is a disclaimer, right? Now you don't have to go through that route. With this, you have saved 3 weeks already of your time, right? Now once this is done, your the document authentication phase at the Ministry of Education will not take more than 4 days. Okay, once it is done, once you are done at the Ministry of Education, you take the document to Ministry of Foreign Affairs for their stamp. Okay, they both do not take more than 4 days. So once you are done with this document verification phase, which is done at the level of the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, all right, the next step would be for you to book an appointment to submit your documents at the Portuguese embassy, which is done online. This can be very tricky, though, but I've got a detailed video already on how to do that. You can see the link to the video on the description page. If you are done following the instructions there, you would be able to book your appointment, okay, to enable you submit your documents at the Portuguese embassy, okay. So once you are able to submit your documents at the Portuguese embassy, okay, you're already halfway through the process. Submit the document to the Portuguese embassy in Abuja, and within 7 days, the Portuguese embassy will send the document in electronic form. Okay, they do not send the documents in hard copies, contrary to what you may have heard. They send it via email to NUC. All right. Now, because NUC is the only agency that that stands in the middle between the Portuguese embassy and your home university, right? They handle a lot of student files. Okay, so before they get to your own turn, a lot of time may have passed by. Okay, so what you have to do is to go straight. I will just wait for 7 days. It takes the Portuguese embassy approximately 7 days to send your documents down to NUC, okay, Nigerian University Commission. Once your document gets to NUC via email, okay, don't wait for NUC to send the documents to your school for verification automatically. No, this will take a lot of time because NUC handles a lot of student files. Okay, so what you have to do is that you go straight to NUC. Okay, and once again, talk with any of the administrators you see right there. Okay, explain your situation also, that you want your documents to be sent to your university very fast. Okay, they will ask for your name and the purpose for which you want the document to be sent. Tell them that you want to legalize the document for admission purposes at Portugal. Okay, now once again, appreciate the administrator so that they can fast track your own document. This was exactly what I did. I thanked the administrator, begged him, pleaded with him that I needed this thing urgently. Okay, so he had to go to their system, located my file, and then sent my file via email to my school's registrar. Okay, it took only 2 days. 7 days at the embassy, and then 2 days within the custody of NUC. Okay, once I appreciated the administrator, he processed my document instantly right before my face and then sent it to my school's registrar. Okay, now I didn't stop at that. Once he confirmed to me that he had sent it, that I should go to my school registrar to discuss with her so that they can also process it from that place and then send it back to them at NUC. I came down to my university, went straight to my school's registrar's office, and then discussed with the woman that my file was sent from NUC on so and so date, that's 2 days ago. Okay, that I'm here to remind her that there is a need for the school to verify the authenticity of my documents. Okay, and then I told my school registrars, okay, look, this is the reason I want this. Okay, I am applying for admission in Portugal. Part of the requirement is that my document has to be legalized. Okay, so once I discussed with my school registrar, she sent my file immediately to another office. She printed it, sent it to another office, okay, and then told me to return in the next 1 week, that they are going to process the documents, okay, and then send it back to NUC. So 7 days afterwards, I returned back again to check on my school's registrar to ask her how far have you guys gone, okay, and she told me that the document has been processed and has been sent back up, okay, to NUC. Now, because I went to NUC initially, I collected the number of the guy that helped me, okay, to fast track the process. So I called the young man, please sir, my document has been sent to NUC again. Can you please confirm? Okay, and the guy went through their system, checked it, confirmed that, okay, yeah, the document has been received. Okay, and then he told me that in the next day that they were going to send the document back to Portuguese embassy. All right. Now, on that day, he called me on phone personally that my document has been submitted to the Portuguese embassy. So within 4 days after this process, I got a message from the embassy telling me that my document has been legalized completely, that I should come to Portuguese embassy to pick up my documents. Okay, and because I live very far away from Abuja, I had to contact an agent that lives in Abuja, okay, to go down to the embassy and to collect my documents. So that's how I was able to get this. Okay. So in all of this process, I didn't bribe any single person. I didn't bribe any single person. I only went with my legs, pleaded with them, thanked them, okay, and then gave them reasons why I needed to have these documents legalized and processed on time. Okay, so if you are watching this video, you don't have to be lazy about this thing. Bring out your time, go to these offices, talk to them. Okay, they are all human beings. If you allow them to process this thing, if you allow them to follow the whole due process, believe me, your document might be abandoned somewhere in their office, and it may never be processed. Okay, so that was how I was able to process my document within 36 days. All right, and I have given this same information to my friend who followed the same, and his came out within 29 days. So if you are watching this video and you are really passionate about studying in Portugal in 2026, the right time to start doing this process is now. Okay, and if you follow it, chances are that you will have your document fully legalized by January ending. Okay, so if you have any question, or if the things I discussed with you, if you got lost at some point, okay, and it requires any form of clarification, do well to leave a comment down below, because I'll be right there to answer each and every one of your questions. Okay.